Good evening, everyone. I'm back again with a quick little update here. No mouse pad though. It's pretty dirty, so washing it. Anyways, here's a little update on the little Kyosho Mercedes 190. As you can see, I have it all painted and detailed. I didn't do a very good job. I made a few mistakes, but that is what it is. For example, this normally has the decals on the side, but I added the pinstriping here before adding the before adding the decals, so I just decided, the hell with it. I'm just going to not use any decals except for these two, which I might end up pulling off anyways. I kind of have this thing, I really enjoy a more realistic look. So one of my cars, it's I can't remember what model it is, TT01E or something like that. It has all the decals. It's a Subaru. It's all raced out and everything. It looks really cool, of course, but for my liking, I prefer things a bit more on the simpler and more realistic side. And I will hopefully be switching cameras to a better camera. This thing ain't cutting it. It works, but I don't know why, but the colors are just completely off. It's super yellow, and I don't know why. And that's weird. I didn't have issues like this with the same camera on Zoom or anything like that. But anyways, so this is the update. As you can see, I don't have the covers on, and as you can see here, it's could probably use some spacers. So this is kind of one of the tricky things, is that well, let's just take a look at it. So here's my driver on the inside. I went mostly with the same color scheme, whatever, as what the instructions said, but I kind of gave it my own flair. Like, I added the orange all the way around on this side here too, to make it look like it's a full roll cage. But in doing so, I realized that the front here wasn't supposed to be painted on the inside, because that actually kind of clips in place. But because of the added paint, it doesn't quite fit in there. So anyways, it is what it is. So I've never built one of these before, so it was all basically a learning experience. And there you have the tank. And I also kind of took a different approach with how you would normally paint these, by actually painting everything from the underside. So normally the instructions would say, okay, underside, hit it with black, and then on the top side, that's where you hit it with the whatever paints and colors that you want. I just decided to do everything from the underside, and then I painted everything first, and then I hit it with PS5, I think, black, PS1, something like that, which a bunch of the paint that I used didn't agree with, but whatever, it still came out okay. It kind of adds a little bit more of a texture, kind of a depth with some of the stuff here. So, oh, come on, focus, come on, you can do it. There we go. So, as it does not want to focus, but yeah, here you have it on the side. Here's the front, and then on this side, as you can also see, I'm not running the covers because I put them on and it looks really goofy. So it looks really out of place. So again, because they stick out like probably 2-3 mils or so. Oh yeah, here you can see it. And yeah, the way that I did the decals, these are regular decals, and this is that 1 millimeter wide, I can't remember, tape, whatever you want to call it. And I just kind of eyeballed it and kind of gave it a little bit of my own flair. Some of this is wrong, actually. So following the instructions, it said only to put this here and here. But then when I finished it, it looked really, well, a lot of it looked off, specifically with the windows, because there's a groove here for it, and there's also a groove down here for it. So I just did it this way. I may end up hitting this up with a Gundam marker, a black marker of some sort, just to completely fill this in here and completely fill this in here, here and here. And I think that'll, and even here in the front, probably, except for this here, I'll just add a little line here and then fill this in. I don't know, maybe. It doesn't really bother me too much, but for some people they'll say, what the heck is going on? And to that I say, I don't know. I have no idea what's going on most of the time. Anyways, so yeah, there we have it. And let's take a look. The way that this is actually held in is it has these clip pieces here in the front and in the back, and then it just clips right in and it holds the whole body in place. And let's see if I can't pull this off without damaging anything. And the one other thing that I did is for the antenna, I went ahead and, oh, come on, I used a little O-ring that you'll be able to see here. There's a little O-ring right here to kind of push up against the base, and here, I'm not going to pull, I'll pull it apart completely. Why not? It's not perfect. On this small scale, it's actually kind of difficult as my phone vibrates away. So here, I'm not embarrassed to show my mistakes. So here you can see the paint just kind of, but it's fine. I mean, it's smooth and everything, but yeah, I kind of did a weird thing, and I'm okay with it. It doesn't bother me. So, and then followed the instructions, taped everything down. I even used the original double-sided glue tape that came with it. It's actually kind of a rubber, and it's completely discolored, but it works pretty good actually. I was surprised that it's actually still super sticky. And yeah, as you can see, this yellow is actually a flat yellow. And but then on the front side, well, of course, because this is glossy and everything, it turns into a nice gloss. So that's kind of interesting. And yeah, I decided to not back this at all. I'm just keeping it as is. I don't, instructions don't say to back it. I didn't want to back it because I was afraid of what would happen, like with what happened here with this bubbling and everything, which is basically the paint. In my mind, I just say that it's the paint melts, reflows, whatever you want to call it. It goes from a solid back into a liquid, simply enough. And I was afraid that would happen with the body, and if that would happen, then that would be really unfortunate. So, in case there it is. And again, one more time, here's the car itself. Again, no caps. And I've been kind of messing around with it. The battery works. It's a little bit on the weak side. And I do actually, I've been building batteries using old laptop batteries. So I built this I mentioned this before, I think. I built this monster pack for my, what was it? It's an 05 Tamiya. I can't remember. I mentioned in one of the earlier videos that it's one of the cars I got for like 30 bucks, 35-ish bucks or so. Conversion rate, plus minus. Few pence, few dimes. Oh! But, yeah, for what it's worth, actually, let me go ahead and first of all, not be an idiot. And let me first of all connect the connector here for the lights. And, so yeah, I built a monster pack for that thing that lets me run it for like at least an hour. I gave up after an hour and I checked the battery voltage, and I went from 4.2 volts to 3.8 volts, or about 3.75 per cell, and that was about an hour's worth of just hammering on it just to make sure, shake everything down. You know, if it's going to catch on fire, it's going to catch on fire the first time. You know, give it a hot supper, as AVE would say. And, well, yeah. So I might end up building a pack for this here, because it's, again, the battery's a 7 to 270 milliamp battery. Pretty weak. Since I am in Japan, one of the local stores that I have here, it's kind of like a hardware store. Not really a hardware store. I'm trying to think of something universal. like a Home Depot if you're in America. If I haven't been to Germany 30 years, so I can't remember what's a similar store, Uko Bauhaven or something like that. That didn't make any sense, but anyways, so I might be able to actually buy a pack over there that'll fit this car, and if not, I might just build a one-off 7.2 volt battery using 2 cells or 7.4 volts. But again, the problem here is that given the lack of space, I mean, I don't even think, even fitting in a 18650 battery in here is probably not going to happen. So, but yeah, maybe I might be able to get something over there, like a battery pack meant for like a phone or something like that. Not like a cell phone, but like a home phone, because those still exist here in Japan. And yeah, just go from there. So, to wrap this up, again, I'm just gonna, just a short video here, just a little update. And I'm gonna go ahead and try and hook this thing up. I put this together, didn't put it together. I put the body back on without paying attention to the wires, because I'm smart like that. Alrighty, come on. Alrighty, this thing is not gonna go, so I'm just gonna have to pull the body off again. It's a little tight. There we go. But just right. Okay, cool. It's all clipped in place. The only thing I do not like is when you plug the power in, no matter what you do, the lights are automatically running. I don't know if you could really see that. Let me, there we go. Might be able to, it's actually really not that bright, but because of the lighting in this bedroom, let me turn off the light here actually. There we go. Now you can see it a bit better. So, that's what it looks like. A little dim, but it gets the job done. There we go, turn it one step down. And, as usual, or not as usual, but I'm gonna click her on. And, yeah. Clunk. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Not a very fast car, but it is a lot of fun to drive around the apartment. I haven't had a chance to take it outside yet. Oh, but no. It'll burn out here. Nah, I won't do that. Not good for the motor. Not good for my desk. Yeah, it works pretty cool, or works pretty good. But again, the battery life is lacking, for lack of a better word. So I'll have to figure something out. But yeah, there you have it. Oh yeah, let me unplug the batteries here. I guess that's a good way to know if you remember to unplug your battery pack. But it would kind of suck if you come back and the thing's deader than a doornail. Oh yeah. There she is, all done. Again, I made some mistakes here, but I'm okay with it. It doesn't bother me too much. It adds a little character. It makes it look... Yeah, I'm just not going to think about it. That's the best thing. Again, I made some mistakes, but you live, you learn. So yeah, hopefully I will have a better quality recording or video coming up here. If not, bear with me. I have a couple of different options, but I kind of like this setup though. This works for me, so we'll see what happens. Anyways, alrighty. Yeah, hope you guys all enjoyed that. Again, this is the Kyosho Mercedes, what was it, the 190E? One of the videos I started off with saying BMW 190. I don't know what the heck I'm thinking. So it's just that this came as either the Mercedes Benz or the BMW, and I keep on getting those two kind of switched. Kind of. No, I just keep on getting them switched. But no, this is the Mercedes Benz. Not. It's a Mercedes Benz, guaranteed. So not a BMW. So, anyways, you guys have a great one. Okay.